If you work to do something that truly makes you happy, that should be the goal of education.
Thank you so much for being here. It's an honor to have the CEO of Happiness with us.
I'm honored to be here with you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. One question. You talk a lot about spiritual genetics.
See.
How can we teach our children to accomplish their dreams?
I think that they are, now two part of the question. First part of the question, spiritual genetics. I realized how important this concept was a couple of years ago when I raised this with an audience of people in Australia. And at the end of that talk, a group of people came up to me, but there was a couple who said to me, "You've given us something very important today. We've just adopted a little girl. She'll never have a drop of our blood. She'll never have a single one of our cells, but we now know that we can give her our spiritual genetics. And we want to thank you for that." And I've got to tell you, this whole concept of being able to draw on the spirits all around us, those who've come before us, those who have also struggled, but those who have also persevered, that's a very big part of accomplishing any dream. But it goes back to also something we talked about earlier, and that is permission to dream. That this can happen. You can make this happen. It has happened before. Someone who had less opportunity than you, they've created the life that they wanted for themselves. It's been done before.
And why is it so difficult for people to dream? Because not everyone is able to dream or think big. Why is it?
You know what it is? Two things. Number one, people are afraid. They are afraid that, whoa, what if I fail? My position is failure is a good thing as long as you learn something from it. Failure is a good thing. The only people who have never failed have never tried to do anything. Failure is a good thing. Again, as long as you learn something from it. Quitting is not. Quitting can become a habit. Quitting can become a habit. But failure, we all learn from failure. I failed at many, many things in my life. Huge things. But I did not fail at probably the most important thing in the world to me, which was I wanted to be a good father. Now, does that mean I did it perfectly? No. Does that mean I was the best? No. That means I did the best that I could, and my children know it.
What about education? I mean, we talk a lot in Spain about the kind of education we have. We look to the Nordics, we look to other countries to find the right solution for education, for preparing our children. Do you think we are doing a good job in general?
I don't know. That's a very, very big question. It's a very, very good question because the truth of the matter is educating them to do what? To have a job? Okay, that's part of it. What about educating them to have the lives that they want to live in their hearts? Wow. Now that's a whole different conversation, right? Educating your child that it's okay to live the life that you want in your heart. Now, a lot of people will hear that and say, well, what about making a living? Well, okay, we're not talking about making a living. We're talking about making a life. And you can do both. I've done it. It can be done.
And what makes people do big things? What is the difference? Why someone like you can do something so big? And
because I'm not afraid of failure. I'm not afraid to fail. I have failed, again, at some huge things, but the things that really, really mattered to me, I got pretty good at by choice. By choice. I made the commitment that I was going to become world-class at whatever I did with my life. Not good at it, not pretty good at it, but world-class at it. I made that choice and I made that commitment. And I think a very big part of the challenge that young people are having all around the world right now is making that choice and embracing that I may fail, but I'm going to choose to become world class at whatever I want to do with my life. That's huge. The world does not need any more average people.
Great.
We don't. They've got too many of them. Let somebody else be average, right?
Yeah.
But you got to make the commitment that this is what I want to do, this is who I want to be, and you cannot be afraid of criticism. Criticism is going to come. Another reason that people are afraid to dream and to do is because they're afraid and they know everybody's not going to dig it. My position is that's okay. Everybody is not going to see your dream. You cannot make other people see your vision. You can't make them see it. My mom used to talk to me about seeing ghosts. The point was, seeing ghosts meant you're seeing yourself accomplish and do things that nobody else can see you doing but you. Her point was, as long as you're seeing these things with the eyes in your soul, nobody else has got to see them.
And if you, I think you answered me, but if you had to choose one ingredient, I know we're not very good cookers, but if you had to choose one ingredient for your success, whatever you define success as, because I think success is the kind of person you become.
One ingredient, wow.
Yeah.
Can that ingredient be a person?
Yeah, of course.
My mom.
Okay.
My mom, who told me every day that you can do or be anything. And she did not say you could have anything. She did not say you could buy anything. She did not say that you're guaranteed, assured, owed, or entitled to anything. She said you can do or be anything. And I believed it. And I gave that same gift to my children. But most importantly, now I have the opportunity to give it to another generation. And I'm giving it to my granddaughter.
And we always say that this generation is the most prepared one. They're very well educated. What should they learn from the earlier generations? What do you think it's important?
You know, one thing that they've got to learn and accept and embrace, there's no such thing as immediate gratitude. You can't get it all now, okay? Turn the television off. Everybody that you see on television that's your age and driving a Ferrari, it ain't gonna happen for you. The guy that you see that's your age and running Facebook, it ain't gonna happen for you. And that's okay. There are some steps that must be taken that are universal that are not gonna change. And one of the things that I stress to young people every opportunity that I get is this job that you have right now that you hate, that you don't want to do. There's some things that you can learn there that will help you in the future. Skills, talent, and expertise are transferable. And every opportunity that you get to learn in this particular little business that maybe you don't care too much for, at some point, those skills, talent, and expertise are going to make the difference in the next position, and the next position, and the next position, okay? And you got to be doing something that you're truly passionate about. It cannot be just, I want to make money. Everybody wants to make money, okay? What is that one thing that makes you get up in the morning before the sun comes up? Because you want to go and do your thing. That's the feeling that you want, right? And that's going to separate you from all the other people who are just okay being average. That's going to make the difference between you selling while everybody else is just maintaining. Now, if you want to maintain, that's okay. If that's your thing, just stay there and maintain and be happy. But if you want to change the trajectory of your life, there's some things you got to do. And the first thing is you got to commit. I want to commit to becoming world class at this. Again, not good at it, not pretty good at it, but world class at it.
And how important is it, effort and good luck in all this?
I will answer that question this way. I have never had luck in my life. Let me rephrase it. The best luck I ever had, I had something to do with. The worst luck I ever had, I had something to do with. If all you got is luck, go to Las Vegas.
And enjoy.
Right, it could happen. You never know, right? If all you got is luck. But you better have a plan. And your plan must have what I call the C5 complex. Your plan has got to be clear, concise, compelling, consistent, and committed. You got to have a plan.
Okay. What do you think the future is going to look like in 10, 15 years? How is it going to be?
I'm concerned. I'm very concerned. And you know what the view I'm taking on it right now is? I'm not looking 10, 15 years from now. I'm looking at the next 10 to 15 months. I'm concerned for my country. I'm concerned for the world. We are in the midst right now of having one of the greatest humanitarian crises in the history of our lifetimes. 1% of all the people on the planet Earth right now are on the run. They're running from wars, revolutions, and conflicts in the Middle East. They're running from wars, revolutions, conflicts, and global climate change in Africa. They're running from violence and gang wars in Latin America. 1% of the entire population of human beings. And I'm concerned because I don't know if we have the heart to embrace them. There are some issues and challenges that come with that. Yes, there's no doubt. We need to know, well, who these people are. You cannot argue against that. But you cannot also argue against, well, you know what? We all saw the picture of that little 3-year-old boy from Syria floating in the ocean because he and his family were running from barrel bombs. I always ask people, and the question we need to all ask ourselves over the next 15 months, 10 to 15 months, what if it was you and your family? What would you do? I don't know the demographics here in Spain, but the truth of the matter is, in America, everyone in America came from someplace else. They came seeking change. They came by chance. Some of us came in chains. It was chance, change, or chains. What we have to all accept is that no matter how you got here, whatever vessel you came here in, we're all in the same boat now.
Yeah, it's not because of that, because in Spain we have more people living in the history of Spain. We have a lot of people leaving the country,
brain drain.
going to somewhere else to find a dream, and now we're not able to.
And you know what? That's not going to change. You know why? Because dreams don't have borders.
Yeah.
Dreams do not have borders. And that's going to be a challenge for the leadership here in Spain is how do we maintain? How do we create opportunities here that others, the best of us, is leaving, going there, seeking opportunities? What must we do here to have them see and realize those same opportunities are right here at home? That's a big challenge.
Yeah, especially in a global world.
It's a big challenge. And you got to wonder if leadership around the world is sincere in their commitment. Winning an election is one thing, being a leader is something else.
And one last question, I promise. But I need to ask you this as CEO of Happiness. What is happiness for you? What is
Man,
it?
you know, it's real simple for me. Number one, I have raised 2 children as a single parent that have become special young people. I'm in probably the best physical health and condition I've ever been in my life. I've had a fabulous career of my choice. I've had the opportunity to live the life I wanted in my heart. And now I'm in a position to help other people do that with their lives. That's a lot.
Yeah, it is.
That's a big job.
Yeah.
All right, it's a big job. But I couldn't think of anything else I'd rather be doing in my life right now.
when have you been? I know I said it was the last question, but I can't help it.
Mm-hmm.
But when was your best time ever? When you've been happier? Is it
Oh
now?
my
Was
God! Oh my God! You know what it is for me? Is making somebody else happy. It's not just for me. You go through these stages, especially as a man, as a guy. You do these things. Okay, you want these toys. You got your toys. Well, guess what? Now you got no time. And what you realize is time is the ultimate asset. You can make money, you can lose money, you cannot make time, right? But the things I've been able to give to other people, and people that I know, and some people that I just met today. I mean, I just met a young man earlier today who shared a story with me of, I can't share it with you, it's too private. But at one point in his life, he was wondering, did he want to continue to live? And then he went to see this film called The Pursuit of Happiness, and he decided, yes, I want to live. All right. Now, I never met that guy until today, but I've heard this story around the world. And to have lived a life that has allowed me to touch positively people all around the world, man, that's a huge gift. But the one person two people, there's a question that no one's really asked me, and you're going to ask me, and the question is, what are you afraid of? You know what I'm afraid of? I'm afraid of disappointing the angel that sits on my shoulder. That's what I'm afraid of.
I don't think you will disappoint me.
Well,
I
I'm conscious. I'm conscious.
Chris, thank you
No,
so much. Really, it's been
thank
a
you.
pleasure
It's
and
been
a
an
luxury
honor.
for us.